Meet us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google+. Hey guys, meet Samsung Galaxy A3. So this is their new lineup. They're actually coming with the new series called the Note, and the S series coming on top, and then the A series, E series, and other thing is they're kind of simplifying their lineups, but we'll see what happens because they actually tried it last time and it giantly failed. So this is the A3. It's a mid-ranger, and the A3 is an entry model on top of that mid-ranger category. So let's dive right through it. All right, it's got a receiver on the top, 5-megapixel camera, front-facing camera, and the 4.5 inches of a QHD resolution. That's 450 by 960. It's nothing like a WQHD, the high resolution. This is fairly low. Multitasking home and the back key, nothing, no fingerprint sensor right there. To the right, we got the power key and the SIM card slots, the dual SIM and the microSD card slot, and the SIM card slot over here. That means the dual SIM and the microSD card cannot happen at once, meaning the slot over here shares one slot. So this is a secondary SIM card slot that we have, and then if you want a microSD card slot, then it fits right there. So you can't have the microSD and the dual SIM functionality at the same time. It's once at a time, like that. There we go. So you'll have to choose between one. And of course, the nano SIM resides right there. And they have a new design language over here. The chamfered edges over here, that's even the power key has it right there. And top, there's a noise canceling microphone. The volume rocker, here is another chamfered edge over here. And at the bottom, there's a microSD port with the 3.5mm headphone jack moved to the bottom of the phone instead of the top they usually put. And the back's got an 8-megapixel camera, LED flash, and the speaker right there is the Samsung logo and the certifications here and there. And the battery is not removable. It's actually ranging at 1900 milliamps. And it actually does better at its job than the other phones. And this is a built-in battery. You can't replace a battery cover. So this is a one unibody metal phone that Samsung has brought. This is not usually the Samsung thing, but they started doing it from the Galaxy Alpha, and the Galaxy Note 4 has got that same design language, and the Galaxy A series. A3, 5, and 7 seems to be the new line that has fully implemented the metal design. All right, so this is a Touchwiz interface, and this part is the only part that lags out of this phone. This lock screen kind of lags. Ignore that YouTube warning, that's because it's a Chinese model. So, all right. So that's the only part that it lags. So if you don't like that, you can always disable the fancy lock screen effects at the settings over here. So if you would just set that effect to none, then it's going to unlock instantaneously. All right. So this is a Touchwiz interface, and apparently they do a lot of innovation, and it's a lot snappier now. Let's say that when you were trying to launch an app over here, it tend to lag a lot. Touchwiz was definitely not one of the fastest interfaces on the market, and but nowadays it's they gone a long way, and it's a lot faster than they used to be. Let's say that we're going to launch some apps over here, calculator, and some built-in apps, and go to multitasking, and boom, it's instantaneous. One of the concerns with the Touchwiz interface was that the multitasking and the app, the changes were very slow in a time. But nowadays, Touchwiz has went through renovation, and it's almost instantaneous, and I really like it very much. All right, so that's with the basic Touchwiz, and the design itself hasn't really changed much. It comes with the version of Android 4.4.4 and the Touchwiz on top of it, and there's nothing special to it. It's just that although it looks exactly the same, the undergoing renovation is bringing a lot better performances. Talking about the performances, this phone itself, let me switch to Nova Launcher. I have everything set up there. I'm pretty sure that you guys all know well about the Touchwiz interface, so we're going to switch over here. So talk about the performances. The phone itself has a Snapdragon 410 processor. That's supposed to be a 64-bit enabled processor, but the Android 4.4 doesn't support it, so we're running on the 32 bits of an operating system here. Comes with the 1.5 gigabytes of RAM and then 8 gigabytes of storage. That does not bear you much, so you might want to install some of the external SD card on your additional slot over there. But despite the Snapdragon 410 processor, that's usually not the fastest processor around the town. There's a Snapdragon 600, 800, 810, 805s, 805s, and a bunch of things. But this is more than enough to run on this phone. Some may Some may because of the lower resolution on this phone, and some may because of the renovated Touchwiz interface. The benchmark scores are usually the same. The Snapdragon 400, 410 devices run between 18,000 and 20,000. And this is just about the average when it's actually faster than most of its competitors. Let's get into our YouTube page over here. Is really fast and snappy. We're on the LTE network over here, but the rendering itself and the scrolling is actually butter smooth. This is usually not what you see from a Samsung phones, and here we have it. The display itself, let's get a closer look. The display itself is just a usual AMOLED display with the QHD resolution. 540 by 960 is nowhere between the higher resolution, but this actually was okay. Mainly because the screen size at the 4.5 inches was not that big enough, but we actually liked it. And the screen mode there, Samsung usually puts into more of a mid-range to high-end devices, but even this guy has the color change functionality, and it really gives you dramatic changes. So if you don't like the color on your phone, you might want to give it a try. And battery life is another great thing about this. This guy, I had a few days running on top of it, and it was ranging from 3 hours and 47 minutes of screen on time to 4 hours and 40 minutes. So this is actually better than most of the phones, especially considering the 1900 milliamps of the battery capacity, because that's nowhere near a large of a battery capacity. And camera is another aspect that you look in a phone. An 8 megapixel camera on the back doesn't really do much of a great job. It has too much sharpness added to its photos, so it's nowhere with the great quality photo. But what matters over here is the selfie camera over here. It's got a 5 megapixel selfie camera over here with additional functionality with the beauty shots over here. So you can kind of squish your face, and you could slim your face, or you could smudge the whatever you have on your face on your skin, or you can even make your eyes look larger. So this kind of functionality actually made our selfie experience a lot richer and fun at the same time. This is something that you don't usually get from Samsung, and they now finally added it. So that was the Galaxy A3, and this is actually a pretty okay phone, if you're not considering with the price, of course. This actually retails around $350 for now, and we get it. It's a snappy phone, it's a full metal phone, and finally it's a Samsung. But really, for a QHD resolution and Snapdragon 410, you're paying $350. We're not quite sure if you want to do that. If you're getting this at a lower price than the initial launch price that we had paid for, then it would be a great choice. Even though it's the entry line of the Galaxy A series, the build quality was amazing. The speed and camera, sound quality, everything was better than we thought, especially the battery life. So this is a very nice entry-level smartphone if you're not concerned about the price, because for $350 you can actually get 1 + 1. That's it's got a Snapdragon 801 and a whole lot better everything. But if you don't consider the price, this is an amazing entry-level phone. So that's our verdict. Get it if you can get it for a cheaper price. For the retail price now, not really. So that was Galaxy A3. Stay tuned for our other reviews. It's going to come soon. We'll see you guys later, and thank you always for watching.